Today we'll be reacting to gassy drivers that really piss me off. There's one that says 8 months ago. What was this? Months ago? Never mind. Oh boy. Yo, I got some news for you bad drivers. Y'all ain't gonna like me. But let's get into it.
Yesterday, some lady cut me off in a parking lot, honked at me, parked.
Dickhead. Cocksucking bitch. Play fucking crayon eater. Fucking fuck. That would be
sideways in a handicapped spot and then walked away. I was pissed. That was just one
entitled ass bitch. Cocksucking ass bitch. Over 1,000 bodies ass bitch.
one of 21 types of drivers who piss me off. But it wasn't as bad as the dudes who don't know how to use their turn signals. Sometimes out in the wild, you'll see.
Okay, turn signals. It's whatever. I mean, sometimes it would be like, we really appreciate turn signal here, but I'm not going to tweak over about that. It's just going to be like, oh, no turn signal? Okay, whatever.
See a dude who is not aware of the little lever behind the steering wheel. Typically it's BMW drivers, but this issue affects many. When I'm driving in the left lane and some dude just slowly drifts in front of me from the right lane without any notice, it pisses
If you don't use your signal on there, I ain't gonna lie, you're going to get an accident one day and it's gonna be your fault.
pisses me off. Like, dude, feel free to give me a warning. They put that fucking light on the back of the car for a reason. Do you think BMW spent millions manufacturing a functioning blinker just for it to collect dust? The answer is no. Speaking of these dudes just drifting into the left lane, what the hell is the deal with left lane campers? Like, actually, there are not just two.
Okay. Left lane campers. Now, I don't really drive on the freeway a lot because it's scary. But I definitely am aware of those left lane hoggers. The left lane is for when you need to speed up. Your destination's a little farther away and you want to speed up and get there. This is the lane where you go either at the speed limit or above the speed limit. I say above. But it is not a chilling lane. Stop it.
Lanes on the road for the sake of it. If you're gonna be in the left lane, you're passing. If you're in the right lane, then you're chilling. Why do I see people chilling in the left lane? Not only is it annoying, but it's also probably one of the
like the people on the right side should not be passing you.
Reasons that people start cutting up and driving like shit. Think about it. If you're going fast and another dude is not going fast, then you're gonna go around them, right? Another thing about these left lane campers is that they're in absolutely no rush until you try to pass them. I'll be going 5 under behind one of these campers and then go 6.
I don't get on the freeway, so I didn't even know they'd be like that. They be dickheads like that too. Actually, they did it on the highway. They did it on the highway. I dealt with that once.
60 to pass them, and all of a sudden they're going 65, which makes me want to just drive straight into their rear. Okay, this sounds a little hypocritical, but tailgating also pisses me off. Fella, the only reason I'm going 25 miles an hour is because we're in a school zone. I know.
Oh, when people fucking stay on it, they be doing this. When we see them cheeks, I feel romantical. They be doing all that shit because you actually want to be a law-abiding citizen and you're going to actual speed limit.
No, I could probably get a pretty sweet insurance claim with a simple downshift, but it's just so awkward when some loser is just driving right on my bumper. The main time it really pisses me off is when
I haven't really had that though. so far.
driving my manual Mini Cooper. I'm not gonna lie,
Well,
I'm
that's also because I definitely beat the Speedster.
kind of a genie with the clutch, so best believe I'm not gonna be rolling back into someone's car. That being said, on the off chance that I hit legs or something, or my foot slips, just some bullshit happens where the car rolls back, there needs to be a little bit of room, dog. If someone is right on my ass and I roll back a bit, I'd probably be at fault. That's when the big iron comes out, because I'd be about as pissed as fuck. The only time the tailgating really gets to me is on the highway. I'll be trying to merge and a dude will just not make space. Zipper merging is key. If we could somehow just figure that out as a society, then that would be cool. I feel like the merging...
Technically, you're not obligated to let them in, but you still should. You feel me?
issues are more with on-ramps though. Sometimes it's just because it's a on-ramp, but other times the people who are already on the freeway are just trying to play defense or some Like this one time I was driving on the on-ramp and there was somebody already on the freeway who was right next to me. Picture this, the left lane was completely empty and they were in the right lane and I was right next to them on the on-ramp. So as you do, I slowed down a little bit so I could merge behind them. But instead of getting...
Don't slow down. Don't slow down. I know what you was trying to do, but don't do that.
Over. Instead of maintaining their speed, this bitch stomped the brakes. We both damn...
Why? What did he do?
Near hit a standstill because they literally stopped on the freeway since I was next to them. I don't know how they didn't get rear-ended, and I don't know why they didn't go in the left lane, but that pissed me off. It didn't piss me off as much as blinding headlights though. I can't be the only one who thinks the older style
high beams aren't tough when you look at them, but when you're driving and another car comes up on you, it's literally a flashbang. It's literally a flashbang, bro. No, what's this? Okay.
of headlights is plenty bright enough. All of my cars have relatively dim halogens and I can always see perfectly fine. But for some reason, people
sometimes I do need high beams
just need to see at night with the brightness of the sun. Those LED bulbs are completely lethal, especially while trying to get on the freeway or something. This isn't really an issue while driving in my truck or something, but in my BMW or Mini Cooper, I feel like I'm getting flashbanged constantly. I know it's not the driver's fault as much as the manufacturer, but that pisses me off. It is the driver's fault when they forget they have their high beams on though. Holy shit. I live around a lot of back is the manufacturer getting driving in my truck or something, but in my BMW perfectly bright enough. All of though. I can't be but that pissed me off. It didn't piss me off as much as blinding headlights though. I can't be the only one.
Oh, okay. Alright, kind of forget everything I said. Say it.
Pisses me off. It is the driver's fault when they forget they have their high beams on though. Holy shit. I live around a lot of back roads and stuff, so people have their high beams on all the time, which is no big deal. But I literally don't know how people can forget to turn them off. Sometimes I'll be driving on one of those roads in the middle of the night, and around the corner I'll see a light ray sweep directly into my fucking eye. It's moments like these when you have to lock the in and just look at the white line on the side of the road and pray there isn't anything in front of you, because one minute I'm chilling and the next my whole windshield is just white. Like if there was someone on the road with a bike and I was getting high beamed, best believe they're getting pancaked. Speaking of bikers, we have to talk about the Sur-Ron epidemic. I think Sur-Rons are pretty cool. They seem fun to just hit some dirt jumps with or something, but there is no reason for a bunch of middle schoolers to be riding these on the street. Sur-Rons actually go like 70 miles an hour for no reason at all. And I'm not trying to be looking out for speeding middle schoolers while I'm on my way to work. It's not about the presence of the Sur-Ron. It's the fact that these dudes aren't even in driver's ed yet. They have no idea how the road works.
Okay, yeah, that's valid. That's That is definitely valid.
I had one of these dudes jump off a curb in front of me the other day, and thank the Lord I was locked in. Holy moly. Since these things are electric, you just don't hear them coming at all. Mini bikes and dirt bikes are a different story because you can actually hear them coming from a mile away, but Surons are just like a jump scare every time. There was this one time I was trying to turn left on a somewhat busy street and this car pulled up next to me. Wait, actually, we gotta talk about that because this is worse than Surons. When I'm trying to turn left on a busy road and somebody pulls up next to me to turn right, I can no longer see the left. What are we doing?
That would piss me off. I hate when you pull up in the middle, getting ready to turn. That shit piss me off.
If you could just give me an extra few
I
seconds.
haven't had an experience like that where I'm on an unfortunate, but I've seen people do that.
Just to actually see if I can turn without getting T-boned, that would be awesome. It's no big deal if there's 2 turn lanes, but when it's a 2-way stop sign or something and the car next to me just invents their own lane, it pisses me off. Doing this makes the whole thing into a gamble. Why do people pull up next to me in the first place when they're trying to turn right? I'm gonna be blocking their vision too. It's not like you can just see through my car or something. Actually, maybe they can because I kind of drive a fishbowl, unfortunately. This whole situation pisses me off, but it's not nearly as bad as when people pass school buses while the stop sign is up. I swear.
You're a genuine dickhead, bro. You should lose your license and you're a genuine dickhead, and I hope both sides of your pillow are warm.
The school bus will flip out the stop sign, and I'll be seeing people who are just like, stop sign? What stop sign? And then they just fly right past the school bus. That shit is just weird though. Like, don't do that one for real. While we're talking about school buses though, I just gotta mention how much school buses piss me off. As soon as a school bus drives up next to me, I'm gonna get flipped off, get my car hit by a cheese stick, and probably end up getting my bumper clipped off by the school bus taking a tight turn. I feel like even in these situations, I'm not one to use the horn though. I've never been too liberal with the horn as far.
The horn. Okay. If you feel like someone's gonna run into you and you're like, oh, hey, pay attention, bro. You do one little honk. Or if there's someone's not paying attention to something, you do a little honk to get their attention. But if you're slamming on that shit, you're playing a dangerous game, bro. People will actually die over that, bro. It's just crazy.
As far as honking at people goes, that's like an East Coast thing or something. Honking at people and getting honked at just does not help the situation half the time. If someone's gonna back into you or something, then definitely go for it. But there are these select times when I'll be driving 38 in a 35 and some Tesla is gonna be sure to pull up right behind me and honk at me just to let me know I'm going a bit too slow for them. I think the more awkward situation is being the passenger in a car with someone who loves using the horn way too much. I was once driving with this dude who cut someone off and then he honked at the other driver. I just about put my hood up for that one because that shit was so embarrassing. I feel like it's a city driver thing though. People.
Here's the thing. I don't normally do the horns like I said unless I feel like they're about to hit me. But I just flip.
Who live in big cities drive completely differently than everyone else in the world. Like even if they're in the middle of nowhere, they'll be right on my bumper because they don't want to get stuck in rush hour traffic or something. It's like I need to remind them that we're in the middle of the desert with a total of 3 cars. It's always Teslas though. Teslas are cool because they can launch so hard, but in my opinion, they look pretty boring and half the people who drive them are annoying. I think the best thing
that's the overkill. They just
about seeing a Tesla in traffic is knowing you can brake check them. If there's a Tesla riding your bumper for no reason at all, they cannot hit you even if they try. These cars have the most sensitive auto braking and it's so funny. There's a dash cam video out there of a dude brake checking a Tesla and the Tesla driver was absolutely losing his shit. I think one of the better things about Teslas is that they're usually in good condition though. Whenever I'm driving near a car that's just completely messed up, I feel like I'm gonna be their next victim. I'm not talking about squeaky brakes, exhaust leaks, or lifter kick, or any of that bullshit. When I see a car with a missing headlight, bumpers hanging on by a thread, and wing mirrors
they're a dangerous driver, bro.
that look like they got knocked up by a motorcycle driver, I feel like I'm gonna get my car flipped or some shit. I understand that everyone has their situations and might not be able to afford a car that's all in one.
I'm not shaming you for being broke. No. It's how did that get there to begin with? How did that get there to begin with? You're either a victim or you did it.
Piece, but you can tell when a car has been completely messed up due to bad driving. It doesn't piss me off to see a car like this, but that just scares me to be honest.
Yeah, no, You keep an eye
Maybe
on
we
it.
need to stop handing out licenses to everyone. One thing that pisses me off, but maybe it's just a me thing, is when people don't use their blinker at a roundabout. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm guilty of this when I'm trying.
That's my fault to it. Yeah, I'm one of those. I don't see the fuss about it though. And I honestly don't know how that works.
Trying to figure out which exit to take or something. But when I'm trying to get in a roundabout and the person coming at me from the left doesn't use their blinker, I'm going to assume they're going to continue going around the roundabout. 20 times out of 10, they exit next to me and I could have gone in.
I see. Okay. Because sometimes you go left, you want to see. I just normally wait to see where they go, right?
The roundabout. It's one of those things that's only a problem when there's a lot of traffic or when I'm in a rush or something, but it pisses me off anyway. Let me know if that's just a me thing though, because the next thing that pisses me
I
off
see where you're coming from. Okay. Yeah.
is universal. I think
The
a
roundabouts I go to aren't that busy, so.
my truck passing a semi-truck is totally fine, but there seems to be some sort of hiccup whenever this happens. Either the one passing just can't quite go fast enough to actually pass, or the truck that's getting passed starts speeding up because they can't let their ego get hurt. Here's a message to both of you guys. Kroger does not need to get their 20 seconds earlier. You can just take your time and let the small cars go around you. Please. No, I know you guys are on a tight schedule and stuff, but sometimes I'll see 2 semi-trucks just blocking the rest of the highway, and to say the least, it pisses me off. I think something on the opposite end of the spectrum, but arguably worse, is new drivers with fast cars. If you're in high school and your car is 0 to
Bro, I'm a speedster. I read that I'll let people hear my engine, but I don't go a fucking 100. No.
60 is faster than like 6 seconds, you really have to be careful. Maybe I'm just being jealous, but in high school, whenever people had a 335i or something, they would just be acting a fool. If you know how to actually drive, then no worries at all, but chances are if you just got your license, you probably don't. The number of close calls I've had with BMWs while trying to leave the school parking lot is unreal. It's like as soon as people this age get a car with over 250 horsepower, they start wearing lead shoes. Like, dude, calm it. I know your N54 sounds cool, but don't plow into my rear bumper just to let me hear the blow-off valve. It's sometimes these exact same dudes who'll get a burble tune and start driving like absolute shit to make the exhaust pop.
I
Like,
get it. It's fucking cool, bro, but come on.
they'll just hold a gear until 5,000 RPM and then just completely let off the gas. That does not sound cool. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it does sound cool, but
It
if
does.
you're obviously driving like to make your exhaust pop, it's like a law of equivalence. It might sound sort of cool maybe, but you'll see people in these cars looking directly at you while they do some dumb shit like that. This shit is not tough, dude. I think burble tunes are weird, but if your exhaust pops between shifts or like pops a little bit on deceleration, it's usually cool. Speaking of deceleration, why don't some people know that your car slows down without using the brakes? I think Isaac Newton figured this one out a couple years ago. Unless you're going down a steep hill, the car is going to start slowing down when you let off the gas. Like, seriously, there is no reason to be periodically tapping the brakes instead of just coasting and letting gravity do the work. I'm sure anyone who's ever driven behind a Nissan Altima knows the feeling. I'll be driving behind one of these on a flat road or something. There will be a stop sign 50 feet ahead, and they will hit the brakes and then accelerate to get to the stop sign. Gas prices are not this good, Onk. You cannot be doing all that. A key lesson from this section is if you stop powering the car will stop powering. But another thing about coming to a stop is awkward traffic lights. Traffic lights are sometimes like 2012 COD lobbies. You'll just be at a stop, and then the moment the light turns green, someone's honking. Like, what kind of throttle?
Oh, yeah. As soon as the light turns green and you're honking at me, fuck you, you impatient fuck, and I hope both sides of your pillow are warm. Dick.
response do you think I have? I think the worst part about traffic lights is when people don't know how an unprotected left works. There have been so many times that I've got cut off from some dude just gassing it through an unprotected left turn. I feel like that situation leaves way too much thinking for some drivers out there. Okay, wait, I just thought of another situation at traffic lights that pisses me off even more. When I'm behind someone who doesn't stop at the fucking stop line. I know they probably think they're a good person or some for stopping way behind the stop line, but I promise.
Yeah, way behind is crazy. I agree with that.
The traffic light does not see you. Unless the traffic lights are on timers, we are going to be sitting there for a long time. Speaking of sitting in a car for a long time, you're not going to be sitting in your car for very long if you don't wear a seatbelt. I swear, some people prefer to hear the seatbelt warning chime blare.
Yeah. I'm glad they invented that so that way motherfuckers could wear seatbelts, but if you actively want to hear the boom, 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 fuck you. Now, some people are in a difficult situation where they can't do that. Those people are fine. I get that. But if you're fucking skinny or built like me, put your damn seatbelt on, fool.
Instead of just clipping in their seatbelt. Must be too fat for the seatbelt or something, I don't know. There's literally zero reason to not wear a seatbelt. If I get in an accident with someone and they fly through the windshield, best believe I'm not gonna go scrape them off the asphalt. When I'm driving, I need to feel like I'm glued to the seat. Otherwise, it's just so uncomfortable. Not as uncomfortable as seeing a big truck hauling nothing. I have a love-hate relationship with lifted trucks that haul absolutely nothing. I love it because I think it's about as funny as to see a tiny dude with a $100,000 truck on rubber bands and chrome wheels, because you know that guy is like an accountant or some shit and has never even worn a piece of Carhartt, let alone put a stick in the bed truck. So yeah, I love them because they're funny to look at, but when you have to share the road with one of those, holy shit. Give me a break. When they're behind me, they're taking up like 3 lanes, right on my ass, probably don't see me, and I feel like I'm gonna get run over. And when I'm behind one of these trucks, it's like they're rolling coal all over my car. And I have to look at all those bumper stickers that are just yapping about some bullshit. And worst of all, they have those underglow kits that make me feel like I'm gonna have a seizure. In all fairness,
but that's cool though, bro. That's cool, bro. Come on.
I respect the grind, and it's cool that they've put so much time into a build like this, but I personally think a truck should be used for truck stuff. Maybe that's just me though. Like the bed sizes of these trucks literally haven't changed since the 90s, but the grill has like quadrupled in height. It kind of sounds like a whole lot of coping. I'll probably always be the type to drive an older truck for this reason. One last thing though, I've only ever sat in a lifted truck like this one time, and to be completely fair, I felt like I owned the road. So I get the appeal, I guess, but it still pisses me off.
Hey,
yesterday, some lady...
You are more than likely safe, so... Yeah, I am. I will feel more safer. Anyways, y'all. Yeah. Anyways, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Without further ado, I will see y'all later. Peace.